If you love where you live,
I'm Swiss Italian. I grew up in Lugano all my life and I moved to London years ago. I was so crazy in love with London streets and London things that I remember I used to have this camera and I was taking pictures of the most random things, like the taxis outside or like doors. Every time it was time to leave and go back home, I would cry. So that's how I knew I wanted to live here. Young girl, alone, no family, no friends, no one here, no excuse to move. So I was like, all right, let's find an internship. I was still studying at uni. I literally emailed and sent my CV to probably hundreds of financial firms, and I ended up in a very cool hedge fund. I got lucky. So that semester, instead of going to uni, I came to London while studying. But the internship will be over and I needed a better excuse. And my brain was like, okay, let's fall in love. So I end up with my ex. I had no idea, but looking back, I think the fact that he was a Londoner played a big role in his charm over me. He would do all of these London things that at the time seemed so cool to me. As a small town girl from Lugano, looked up to him and thinking, oh my God, I wish I'd become like him. But now, looking back, those things were so normal. He would just, go to brunch with a group of friends or go to a museum. Everything about London seemed so magical to me. Then we broke up, the internship finished, I finished my studies, and I needed another excuse to come back, so I found another internship at a big, famous financial institution in investment banking. But at the same time, I already had a career in media in Switzerland. But I wanted to live in London. I was working so hard to maintain the two things, to do the internship properly, and over the weekends go back and make money in Switzerland in my personality media branding jobs. I burned out. Ended up in a hospital. Nobody knew what I had. And is when I realized I don't need an excuse to be in London. And that's how I started my digital business. That saved me. That literally allowed me to afford the life I have here without having to burn out. That is why I'm so incredibly grateful for social media. And the rest is history. Let me know if you want part 2.